James Joyce's Ulysses is the masterwork of a great Irish novelist and has become a giant in the world of modern literature. But it's also a book famous for its obscurity. Joyce himself said of it, "I've put in so many enigmas and puzzles that it will keep the professors busy for centuries arguing over what I meant, and that's the only way of ensuring one's immortality." Professorial arguments over what Joyce meant are not likely to help you very much as you work your way through this book, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with them. My chief aim is to show you that in spite of its reputation for obscurity, Ulysses is one of the most vitally human books ever written, a novel of flesh and blood and pain and passion and music and laughter, a great symphony of human voices. But I have to admit that when Ulysses was first published in Paris in 1922, it sparked a blaze of arguments because of its obscenity, which caused it to be banned in America until 1933. Some critics saw Ulysses as nothing but a gigantic cesspool. Listen to Alfred Noyes, a noted English poet and professor of poetry. Listen to Alfred Noyes talking about Ulysses before the Royal Society of Literature. "There is," he reportedly declared, "no foulness conceivable to the mind of madman or ape that has not been poured into its imbecile pages." The foulness of Joyce's language supposedly proved that he was monstrously ill-bred. Listen to George Moore, an Irish writer much older than Joyce, talking about Ulysses shortly after it appeared. "How can one plow through such stuff? I read little here and there, but oh my God, how bored I got." Probably Joyce thinks that because he prints all the dirty little words, he is a great novelist. Joyce! Why, he's nobody from the Dublin docks. No family, no breeding. No family, no breeding, just genius. For if Joyce's novel repelled some of its early readers, it captivated and dazzled others. And its most fervent champions included three notable Americans. Scarcely a month after Ulysses first appeared, Ernest Hemingway wrote to Sherwood Anderson, "Joyce has a most goddamn wonderful book." Likewise spoke Ezra Pound, the fiercely iconoclastic poet and critic who had made himself the very voice of modernism. Pound turned right on its head the charge that Joyce was underbred. "All men," he wrote, "should unite to give praise to Ulysses. Those who will not may content themselves with a place in the lower intellectual orders." Not long after, in the first major critical essay on Ulysses, T.S. Eliot wrote, "I hold this book to be the most important expression which the present age has found. It is a book to which we are all indebted and from which none of us can escape." Eliot then went on to say precisely why he thought Ulysses important. Joyce, he wrote, had made the novel obsolete by replacing the narrative method with the mythical method. Instead of telling a story from a particular and consistent point of view, as 19th century novelists had done, Joyce, said Eliot, manipulates a continuous parallel between contemporaneity and antiquity, that is, between life in early 20th century Dublin and the mythic episodes of Homer's ancient epic called the Odyssey. In Ulysses, said Eliot, Joyce used ancient myth as a way of controlling, of ordering, of giving a shape and a significance to the immense panorama of futility and anarchy which is contemporary history.